Hey everybody, welcome to the channel Lindz Smiles, where we like to talk about books because literature makes us smile. Okay, so today I am doing a book review for you guys, and it is going to be Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon. Yes, I'm sure you've heard tons about this because it is a book getting ready to, not a book, it's getting ready to come out as a movie. So I wanted to go ahead and read it and review it before the movie came out, which I'm super excited about. So yeah. This book is by Nicola Yoon. It came out September 1st of 2015. Also, if you're familiar with the author Nicola Yoon, it is because she came out with a very famous book last year called The Sun is Also a Star. I've also read that one by her, so if you want me to talk about The Sun is Also a Star or give a review on that book, just go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Okay, so time for a quick summary. I'm just going to let you guys know what the book is about a little bit. I'm sounding super obnoxious, I'm so sorry. So Everything, Everything is essentially the story of a 18-year-old girl who has SCID, which is an autoimmune disorder. You guys probably know it as the boy in a bubble disorder, where she's essentially allergic to everything in the world around her. The main character's name is Maddie, so she is 18 years old and has never left her house, apart from when she was like an itty-bitty baby. If she left it, she would probably get super allergic to everything and just die. Moving on. So the story picks up when she gets a new set of neighbors, one of whom is a teenage boy named Ollie. Ollie has some problems of his own that we learn about throughout the course of the story, so he's a complex character too. Teenage girl, teenage boy. You can kind of guess where the story is going to pick up there. So Maddie sort of stalks Ollie from her window because they can see each other because they're neighbors. And they sort of talk through her window using like pen and paper. He draws on the window. Eventually they start IMing, and they actually become really good friends that way, just talking through their window and having chats online every night. And Ollie basically helps Maddie realize that there's more to life than she's gotten to experience so far. There's a whole life outside of her house that she hasn't gotten to see, and Ollie brings it up. And this is kind of where the story starts. That's where I'm going to leave you without giving too much away. So, yeah. Now it's review time. Overall, I was really impressed with this book. I'm impressed with Nicola Yoon's writing in general. She played a lot with both content and format in this novel, especially for her first novel. This is her debut novel. That's pretty impressive. I was kind of obsessed with the way it all came together. So I was interested in the characters right from the start. I liked rooting for them, and it was cool to hear from the perspective of a person with SCID, just because, you know, little things that we take for granted, like breathing in air that hasn't been filtered, or getting to experience riding in a car and feeling like you're moving but you're not really moving. Those were all things that were explained, I think, really well in the book, and it was cool to hear from that perspective. I'm glad Nicola Yoon chose to write about that. Not to mention, the story was just really good. It was a cute love story, and there was a bit of a plot twist towards the end. I am a sucker for a good plot twist, so I was a fan. The thing that really pushed this book over the edge for me, though, was the actual writing style. She played a lot with formatting, which was sort of a risk, but I think it paid off. There were entire chapters in this book just dedicated to the two main characters' IMs back and forth to one another. So the only thing you'd get for the entire chapter were like computer messages. There were also entire chapters that were just journal entries, or like what the person did for a day, or Maddie would look out her window and stalk and write down everything the neighbors were doing, and that would be an entire chapter, which gave you a good reflection of the story. There were also entire chapters incorporating scientific philosophy, where that's all it would talk about, and there were nice little illustrations on a lot of the pages. All of this together created a really, really neat effect of writing without being, I don't know. It was age appropriate, I think, because this is a YA novel, and it was interesting, and it kept you reading, and it told you the story without having to say, like, she stayed inside, she was bored, she watched her neighbors. You know, she came up with a really interesting way to show readers what was going on without being stereotypical, I guess, or boring. Or conventional. She was just being very unconventional and creative, and it worked. So the only critique that I do have for this novel is that it is too short, I think. I wished there was more of it. I did read this book in one sitting. I think it was about 3 or 4 hours in that one sitting, and that's all it took me to read this book. It was a breeze. I ran right through it. I will say she won me over in that short amount of time, but I wish it could have been fleshed out and developed a little bit more. I wish it was longer. That is my only critique. But overall, it was absolutely amazing. 5 out of 5 stars, easy, no hesitation, great book. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. If you have read this, if you're excited for the movie, because I know I am. If you want me to talk more after I go see the movie and what I thought comparison-wise, just let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any other recommendations for me or videos or books that you want me to read, let me know. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-o.